What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Paste Studio here in Midtown Manhattan, New York City. We are broadcasting to you live from the Manhattan Center, as always, for the manyth time today. And we are joined right now by the biggest band of the day, the greatest band of the day. This is Camellia Hartman and the Soulful Saints. What's going on, everybody?
Hi.
Welcome to Paste. Welcome to the cabin. We're getting ready for some soul extravaganza right now. Camellia, there is a new single out. Just came out this week called Return the Favor. I think it's the third single we've heard from you over the past
4 years.
4 years. That's right. That's right. Well, it's a slow and deliberate process to get it just right? And so I think all three of those singles we're going to get to hear today. Is that right?
Yes.
Cool. So let's start it off with some music. Tell me a little bit about this first one.
So we're going to start with a song called Breathin' Hard Over You, which we released last Valentine's Day. We have only played it live one other time, which was somewhat recently. So first time with this band, and we're super excited to share it.
All right, cool. Guys, thank you so much. So that was the song Breathin' Hard Over You, came out last year, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, we've been following along for the last little bit, and we're glad to hear this new single, Return the Favor, came out just this week. But I'm interested sort of in, like, the origin story of this a little bit. Like, I know that the Soulful Saints, there's you guys are all in sort of, like, the soul kind of community here in New York / Brooklyn, which is sort of the same thing. But, Charles Bradley's band, there's a lot of that going on. There's some Daptone tendrils here. There is Antibalas connections as well. So, Camellia, where do you fit into all of this?
Well, I was lucky enough to see Billy perform when he was in an Afrobeat band when he was in college. And I was like, I got to be friends with that guy. I think he's so talented. So I was somewhat persistent and followed his career and met many of these guys along the way. Saw them play with Charles many times, with other bands. And then Billy, a couple years ago, started his own little label, Dollar Records.
Dollar Records.
And asked me to come into his bedroom studio on St. Mark's to record the next song that we're about to do. And so it sort of started out just as a fun kind of experiment for the two of us. And I would sing separately from the rest of the recording sessions, which is why it's been sort of a slow turning out of the songs, because it was sort of whenever he was back from tour and I was free. But now we're trying to do more and on a more consistent kind of pace. And I feel very lucky to be singing with all these guys who I've admired for so long.
Was this the music? So, you're from the city as well.
Yes, I was in high school when I met Billy, actually.
So was this the music, like, as, when you were in high school, were you into, like, Motown and soul and R&B and, like, vintage stuff?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So this was, like, the music that you would have wanted to sing even if you had not, like, met these guys? And
yeah, I think so. I play a lot of different kinds of music, so this is definitely one area of my interests, and it's great that they all have the background in that and way more experience than I do performing it. And it's been fun to sort of find different musicians that inspire us for this particular project.
Yeah.
And go from there.
Yeah, cool. So we're going to do a couple more with Camellia Hartman and the Soulful Saints. They are playing all three of their singles. So the next one is one of two possible songs. Which one is this?
At Least I Got My Baby.
All right.
This was the first one that we ever did together.
Cool.
When it's cold outside and you're trapped inside, when it's cold
I love the fade out on that one.
Yes.
Yeah. So that was At Least I Got My Baby, which is the first song that you guys put together. So tell me, when you guys were first collaborating on this, was there? I mean, obviously the sound overall is one that people who are familiar with, like the Daptones and Charles Bradley, Lee Fields, like the kind of the New York soul scene will be familiar with. But particularly in this project, was there something about Camelia's voice or another direction that you were kind of looking for this particular thing? What was it that made this what it is?
It kind of just dawned on me that she would be great to work with.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, I know that she's an incredible musician. She plays violin beautifully, all around great artist, and I was kind of searching for singers really to work with, and she was one of my best friends already, so it made total sense. And so invited her over to my apartment, and we did that on a 4-track, and and that kind of just started everything.
And were these songs like, you had songs in mind and you needed a singer, or Camellia was the singer who was right for a song, like there was a song that would be good for this particular formation?
It started more so me just writing, and then, brought her into the fold. But now with these new singles, it's more so, I have her in mind, and just hoping to make it much more of like a collective feeling.
Yeah, cool. And Camellia, in your case, I know, as Billy said, you were a violinist first, I think, really. Yeah.
Since I was 5.
Yeah.
So,
So, I mean, is there any way to somehow infuse violin? I've never thought of a violin in Motown or Philly soul or.
Oh yeah.
Oh
it's
yeah.
all over.
Yeah. I guess there are string sections, but like a violin out front, I don't know.
Right.
What do you think?
We haven't done that with this arrangement yet, but Billy has also recorded under his artist name, Billy the Kid, and I've played violin on some of those tracks. And as we grow this project, so I sang Breathin' Hard at his first show ever doing his new music. He released an EP recently, and we kind of talked about if we were to bring those two things together, that I would sing some and then maybe play violin on the songs that Billy sings. Strings and horns are always really nice together, so it'd be cool to try that out at some point in the near future.
Yeah.
So we're working on it.
Yeah, cool. Cool. So we're going to do one more song with Camellia Hartman and the Soulful Saints. I think this is the new one. Yeah, it just came out this week. Tell me a little bit about this song.
I wrote it with my best bud, Steve Garvin, and it's just about hospitality.
All right.
Which, Camellia is great hospitality as well. So,
I try.
yeah. All right.
Cool.
Hold me nearer, kiss me sweeter. I'll be sure to
Guys, thank you so very much.
Thank you.
I mean, this band sounds great, and it sounds great in this room. I've got to say, there's, I don't know, all in one corner is a good, somehow a good look. This, everybody, is Camellia Hartman and the Soulful Saints. There are 3 singles out right now. The most recent one we just heard, called Return the Favors, came out this week on Monday, I believe. Yeah. So plans to gather all of these songs together in some kind of a packaged deal.
We're working on a 7-inch for Return the Favor and Breathin' Hard.
All right.
That should be coming out soon, and then hopefully a full record soon after that.
All right. Yeah, cool. In the meantime, everyone can find Camellia and the band at dalarecords.com, D-A-L-A records.com for all kinds of info and music and all the good stuff that you find on websites far and wide. Guys, thank you so much for coming to Paste, playing in our studio for us today.
I just want to say happy birthday to Freddie on the sax here, who just delivered that amazing solo.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Happy 18? Yeah? Yeah, right. Cool, yeah. Well, happy birthday. And thank you guys for coming and playing the songs for us today. And hopefully when there are more, you can come back and play those songs too, yeah?
We'd love to.
All right,
Thank
great.
you so
Yeah,
much.
guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.